Hello folks, this is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. Hope that you're having a great day. Greenland. We hear a lot of things about Greenland, but does the story begin in 2025 or does it begin much earlier? Let's take a look at some things that may have a little bit to do with it. The Second World War ended in 1945. The prisoners, the Jewish prisoners, are said to have not been released from the prisons until 1947. Even though the situation in the prisons had gotten better for them once the Nazis had been defeated, they were still about 2 years before they were released. In 1948, it was declared that Israel was a nation. In 1963, a young president of the United States was in Houston, and as it would turn out, he would be assassinated. The Warren Report quickly said that the assassination was a lone gunman, but that was not believed by the American people. They would not accept that as the answer. It was believed that it was a conspiracy of a number of people that many referred to as the dark side. Yes, maybe it was the dark side. It happened on November 22nd, 1963. Within hours, even before the Warren Report was completed, there was a group, I believe it was 79 or 80 generals at the Pentagon that came together, and they decided that they were going to reinstitute the military alliance. The military alliance had originally been formed just following the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, the very first president to have been assassinated. James Garfield, in 1881, was the second president to be assassinated. And then in 1901, James McKinley. The situation in 1963 seemed to be dire because there was somebody out there who had been taking out presidents. And it was unknown at the time whether or not it was the same group of people, but it was suspected that there were some reasons why the people that did it had done it 4 times. Later on, it would happen to a man by the name of Ronald Reagan. Now, he would survive, as would the next president, Donald J. Trump. The brother of John Kennedy, however, Bobby Kennedy, was not so lucky. In 1968, he was also shot and killed. What needed to be done to the 79 men that met in 1963 was very clear. The dark side had to be stopped once and for all. And a lot of people will tell you that in 1963, on the day that they met, World War III officially began. In the 1990s, 1992, 93, 94, there were people that were a part of the dark side. One of them said that the American people were going to be very angry when they found out what we have done to them. And yet another of these people said, our plan has gone too far. Nothing can stop what's coming. Nothing can stop it now. Well, now we move forward to 2017. There was a major war that took place in 2017, and yet there was no one really there to keep track of it, and therefore it was never reported. So let's move to 2025. The war is still raging after all of these years. And now we take a look at where it is headed. Antarctica. It was the Germans in the 1940s that came to Antarctica, and it is said that they found some paperwork that would allow them to take over the world. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't to be. The paperwork that they supposedly found didn't seem to help them too much, as they wound up losing to the rest of Europe, the United States, and Russia. Next, it was Russia that went into Antarctica, and they were doing some research there. And while this was happening, the Chinese Communist Party went to Greenland, and they wanted to convince the people in Greenland that they should be allowed to lead that island. Well, apparently it didn't happen. Denmark has continued to own Greenland all these years. The question now has to be asked, as it seems that what many have called World War III is possibly getting ready to wind down to its finality. Maybe Greenland is the focal point of the strategy that will end World War III. The people in Greenland recently are said to have voted. And what did they vote on? Whether or not they would be willing to become a part of the United States. Well, maybe so. It seems that the vote was very clear. They were interested in becoming a part of the United States. And it appears to be pretty clear that President Trump is interested in Greenland being a part of the United States. Will Greenland be the final part of the strategy that finally wins World War III for the people? It'll be very interesting to see. All I can say is that the people need to win this war. Those that said our plans have gone too far and nobody can stop what is coming, they need to be stopped. They themselves need to be stopped. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. That's what I have for you today. Remember to like and to subscribe. Remember to share our videos with others. There's others out there that are going to want to know this information. And in the process, you folks have a good day.